So would a business be a good debt?
And that's a really good question, Steve. It depends on what you used the debt for. So our golden rule for any business owner is that you should never use debt to cover your cash flow. So if your business is a cash eating monster and you cannot afford to sustain that business, then you should under no circumstances be looking to take on debt to bridge that cash flow shortfall.
So in other words, if we've got a business which is, let's say, at the end of the quarter, we have to pay our BAS, we have to go into, let's say, putting in more working capital or use an overdraft, that's a bad debt.
It's a bad debt, definitely.
So our business actually trading that way is relatively classified as insolvent.
Exactly. It means that your business is unsustainable. And for that reason, you are just using a Band-Aid solution to kick the tin down the road, and you are just deferring the inevitable.
So they need to really ramp up either reduce their expenditure, increase their marketing, and increase their sales conversion. So they maximize yield. So the yields go up per sale, or we make more sales so they can stop drawing on their overdraft or stop putting in working capital. Would that be right?
Exactly, 100%. I had a client that started working with us a couple of years ago. He ran a joinery business, and his business was burning through around about $30,000 a month in lost cash flow. He'd racked up multiple six figures in debt because he was using debt the wrong way in order to bridge the cash flow shortfalls. And he was in a very, very tough position. And through just recognizing the fact that he was running an unsustainable business, we were able to implement strategies to not only restructure his debt to maximize his cash flow, we were able to save him about $3,000 a month in just interest repayments alone. That was giving him a little bit of breathing space, but $3,000 a month in the context of losing 30, you're still losing $27,000 a month. But we then reviewed the business model, the way that he did his sales, the way that he approached his cash conversion cycle, the way that he collected money from his clients. And we're able to take him over the course of 12 months from a $30,000 per month loss to a $30,000 per month profit.
Oh, as in 12 months. So by having let's go back to Money Matters One, having that plan and then talking to someone about it that knows what they're talking about can have a strategy to put into place if you follow the steps. And I would suggest here that he wouldn't be able to do it on his own. I mean, some financial planners just say invest in the stock market and see if it fixes it. But I'm talking about having help along the way. And I'm a big flag waver of coaching. Is that what you would suggest?
Exactly. And just once again, you've got to play to your strengths. And if you find yourself in a situation, and we've helped and saved a lot of businesses who've been at the brink of going broke.
So that's 30,000 in the hole. Rejigging that, getting $3,000 saving, but then over 12 months, reduce that $27,000 to a $30,000 surplus.
Correct.
Good. That's awesome.
$60,000 per month difference, which is pretty significant. But it was about identifying the fact, and the catalyst for the conversation was the debt. It was the debt was the killer, and it was resulting in the pressure. And then we worked out the strategy was unsustainable. We restructured and we improved.
Now, when people actually are in those holes, mate, and I've seen a lot of business over my 30 years in business. Sometimes they just get into overwhelm, just put their hands up and say, "Oh, I've just got to pack up and go." Yeah. When you and your team look at it, are there some things that just pop out that are easy to see that most people can't see, that a lot of the time it can be fixed?
We refer to these as cash flow bottlenecks. To most people, they're invisible and unseen, but to us, they're blatantly obvious. Think about it this way. Your business is like the human body, and cash flow is the blood that's coursing through its veins. And these cash flow bottlenecks are small blockages that are filling the arteries. And what happens when those arteries become clogged and the blood flow stops? You die. And it's exactly the same as your business.